Hey guys, came for 15, back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another man asked for one final thing, episode reviews for you guys, as I continue to love this show. Again, this is one of my favorite villainess shows that I'm watching, bro. And Scarlet is waifu material. She is best girl, she is waifu of the season, and I'm sorry, bro. This episode was absolutely crazy. We got Scarlet again beating up world nobles, which is always a treat. We have what I thought was maybe the antagonist of the entire thing that may give her problems, you know, which more than likely is probably pink-haired girl, right? That's gonna be the second prince's new fiance. That may be the one that gives her Scarlet problems. But you have that dude. He apparently, man, oh my goodness, he probably feels like probably almost everybody who's watched this show, where they're just like, oh no, I'm infatuated. You can step on me any day of the week, right? You get that, and then you just have it where Scarlet basically, I guess, is proposed to by the first prince, and she solemnly agrees, I guess, to marry him, which means that she's going to be basically, when the dude becomes king of the country, she's going to be the queen. Now, it wasn't really a proposal like a marriage proposal. It was kind of like, you'll swear your undying loyalty to me, right? But to be honest, I think it's pretty I think in a way it's kind of the prince's way of saying, like, no, I want you to be mine. I want you to marry me. And I guess Scarlet reluctantly, albeit she said, all right, fine, I'll do it. So there's that. But this episode was just great, man. So this episode was this episode is basically Scarlet and the First Prince raiding the auction, the slave auction, which, it was crazy, the fact that, they basically did this, because when they get to the part of the nobles, right? I'm telling you, man, the fact that she calls these nobles meat, bro, it makes me fucking laugh, because this girl legitimately is, well, one, she is kind of a deranged lunatic, um, but she doesn't see these people as people. She just sees them as meat bags, like she calls them. And she legitimately, like, wants to. She literally enjoys kicking their asses, which honestly I don't blame her. Like, Jesus, put her in the fucking One Piece world, man. I bet you she would love kicking the celestial dragons' asses. Like, it's that hilarious, and I guarantee you she probably could beat out like half the strongest characters in this freaking in One Piece, with the fact of how strong she is, right? But again, it's really hilarious how she's basically like spinning around, punching these dudes and everything, and just having a good old day. Because when she removes her mask, they're like, "You're Scarlet, damn you, damn bitch! I'm gonna," and it's funny, bro. It's absolutely hilarious. But they do sneak in. Again, like I mentioned earlier, the prince does ask Scarlet for a proposal, because it's kind of just like this whole thing, like, well, look, I've been helping you with this whole thing. I think it's only fair that you do something for me, right? And Scarlett's like, okay, fine, I'll solemnly swear, for the kingdom and everything. And then dude is like, no, 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 no. That's nice and all, but I want you to swear your loyalty to me. And he grabs that chin of, he grabs her chin, and he wipes her lips, and he's like, come on now. And she's like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Even though he also did it to kind of get under her skin, and she's like, oh my goodness. Again, we know it's clear that the first prince is in massive love with Scarlet, bro. The crazy part is, do I blame him? No, I don't. Like, Jesus, Scarlet is hot, and she is attractive, and Scarlet is her own woman, and my man has been attracted and infatuated with her since they were kids, according to the backstory from way back then, from last week, right? So hey, my girl, I guess you can say, is engaged now, which is funny because, as she's fighting the other nobles, they do bring back that one beast dude, right? or the one beastman she basically beat the shit up in the last episode, and the one bodyguard for the first prince shows up, and basically she grabs his thing. She's like, "Listen now," and she kind of does this weird ASMR type of thing up in his ear, saying like, "Hey, promise me you won't beat up any of these other nobles because they're my meat bags. So you're going to listen to me. You can take care of him, but when it comes to my prey, then you don't need to worry about it." And my man, he was blushing. He was getting all flustered. He's like, "Yes, ma'am. My man folded, bro. My man folded." I guess I don't blame him. You know, you got a hot girl whispering in your ear like that. I think that makes anybody fold. But um, after that mostly that stuff was taken care of. It's funny because then Scarlet's brother comes in. She's like, he's just like, "My God, my sister, what is she doing? Oh, brother." And it's absolutely funny because then when they basically tell when the brother knows, like, oh, in a weird way Scarlet and the first prince are engaged, and he's like, "Wait, you're telling me my sister? There's somebody out there that chose my sister? They love my sister for they love my sister for who she is, even though she's crazy." This man was like on this praise Jesus moment. Like, he was so happy that, somebody found Scarlet and basically accepted her for who she is, and basically is willing to go out of their way to marry her, which is absolutely hilarious. Because I bet you the brother figured like, "Oh no, nobody's gonna marry my fucking sister because she's a delinquent." So that's the thing. But anyways, you have it where the one dude is trying to escape, and Scarlet uses basically her abilities to speed herself up, and it goes crazy. Like, she literally jumps up, bro, and she takes a fucking dragon's tail down with one effing just blow, right there. I'm just like, this girl's crazy. And that's when we get introduced to that one red-haired dude, right? And he's like, "My goodness, I can't. No, I have to marry you." And Scarlett's like, "Huh? What?" And he's like, "Come on, please marry me. You're the mine type of woman." And you just see as they're fighting, bro, he's not even fighting her back, bro. He's just taking her punishment, and he's just like, "I'll take more of that if you marry me." And Scarlett's like, "Bro, no." Also, we do find out he also was tricking the one noble dude and said he was gonna kill him. But obviously Scarlett's like, "No, I'm not gonna allow that. I'm gonna be the one to kill you," right? To the point, like, Scarlet beats this dude so bad, like, she gives him a concussion. But regardless, I just found it absolutely hilarious how this dude legitimately was like, "No, I want you to marry me, bro. I want you to marry me and be mine," right? So, there's that whole thing there. But that I found to be absolutely hilarious, right? And then so after she beats him, the episode ends off with her standing before basically the dude, looking like as if she's gonna beat his ass to a ever living shit too. But regardless, this show has been fantastic. I have been enjoying this show, and I definitely can't wait for more. May I ask for one final thing? But this show is probably, again, like I said, one of my favorite villainess animes that I've been watching, and I definitely can't wait to see where the series is gonna go on from here. But if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more content or any other anime content I upload to the channel and things like that. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys in the next video, and I will see you guys later. Peace.